All right.
Are we streaming?
We're streaming everywhere but Facebook, and we.
Oh well, nobody watches there.
On Facebook. We're live now.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. Well, let's start then. Here we go.
The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
Just on cue. Just like that.
I wonder who that could be.
I wonder who it could be as we start the show. Hey, Marin.
Hi.
How's it going? Hold on. Let me get Kennedy so you can get some actual.
You couldn't have done this before now, Josh?
No, that's not how it works.
Uh-huh.
Marin, what's going on? Live right now on Liquid Lunch, Urban South.
Some good things.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, let me turn you up. All right, hold on. I'm going to try and add Kennedy.
Well, happy
to
to be here. This is awesome.
Yeah, let's see.
We'll be seeing you shortly.
Let's
Promise.
See. How?
Cool.
Oh, there we go. There's that thing. Hold on. Ready, Kennedy? I'm going to add you.
All right, let's do this.
This is like this is a look behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Or, however.
I shouldn't be talking now.
You shouldn't?
No.
Why? Oh, because I haven't.
You have to do this thing.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. I'm adding you. I'm adding you to this call so you can add her to the video screen. Here we go. Boom. Boom. And you got to mute your mic. And
you got to turn off your camera.
Oh, do I? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Hold on. I'm turn off my camera and turn off. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
And then,
we're getting there.
Are we getting there?
We're getting there.
And then we have. Hold on. This is high quality, high technical expertise. And we missed the grand opening. It took too long. Maybe we can catch the next one. Thank you, Marin.
Marin, can you do us a huge favor and turn your camera horizontally?
This way?
Yes.
Ah, there we go. Yeah. Woo.
Yeah.
There we go.
Cool.
All
All right, can we do a 2-box?
I haven't had time to set it up yet.
Can we do a 1-box?
Yeah. No
All right,
problem.
Marin, you're going live to all the internets in 3,
No.
Cool.
no,
No.
4,
No.
5.
No.
Let me know when I can count the other way.
Okay, hold on.
Anyway, everybody, you're watching Liquid Lunch, Texas's live midday craft beer show, and today we celebrate Urban South and their grand opening this weekend. Their grand opening, their official grand opening. Just had industry night.
Okay.
Had a lot of FOMO when I saw the pictures, and there we go. The grand opening celebration, February 29th, 12 to 8 p.m. here in Houston. There's Merritt.
Hi.
So, as you can see, the beautiful wall behind her, the beautiful brew house behind her, all the things. Marin, how have the festivities gone so far there at Urban?
Things are going awesome. We had a VIP celebration last Saturday, and then we had industry light last night. And then we have a neighborhood night tonight.
Cool.
And things are going great. We had a great turnout. Yesterday there was about 90 people from the industry in here, so that was great. Brew Stars catered for us and brought banh mi's and chicken wings and all kinds of fun treats. We had friends on tap. Baba was on tap.
Nice.
Sigma's on tap, as well as Holler. So we definitely have a lot going on here, including great beers that we have on tap as well. So it's been good.
Good. Go ahead.
Marin, could you spell your name for us, please?
Yes. M-A-R-I-N.
Capital N.
You ready for the last name?
Sure.
S is in Sam. L is in Larry. A is in Apple. N is in Nancy. I is in Igloo. N is in Nancy. A is in Apple.
Did you get that?
I've done that a couple of times.
I'm glad you asked.
There we go.
There you go. Boom.
Cool.
Now it's official. You are who you are.
Now-
You are you.
Yeah.
Now you can do your thing.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. I like it.
Yes. All right. So, okay, a lot of questions from me. I mean, we just chatted, about 2 weeks ago? Whenever for Interbrews,
Yeah.
episode 230, just a couple episodes ago. So 2 weeks ago. So if you need to get a base for all the awesomeness and everything, go back and listen to that episode and just keep it on a loop until you get to go visit.
We talked a lot about food.
Yeah. Well, you just brought up the banh mi's. Now, my first question, and I think that everybody at this table is wanting to know, are there any leftovers?
There's no leftovers by any means.
All right. I see. Slight disappointment there.
That was the first thing to go. was all the food.
Yeah, it always is. Knowing the people that were there, no one should be surprised.
Yeah.
Second question. Well, second of many. I guess we'll just do it second. Of your beers on tap, what do we have?
So, HTX IPA is a really fun one. It's our first brew that we had on the turns of our system. And then we have our 3 fruited sours. Spill, which is banana passion fruit. And we have double spilled, which is a blueberry pie with blueberry, vanilla, and cinnamon. And then we have a triple spilled with triple raspberry, just a ton of raspberry. And then we have a bunch of variants, of course. I know there's a lot of noise happening. Construction's still going on. We're not 100% done with anything.
Oh, it's
so we still have a lot of noise happening.
Yeah, can you swing around and show, like, what are they working on today? This is
Yeah, definitely. So over there in the brewery, we're actually about to can more beer today.
Nice.
So we actually have 4 more beers that we got to put into packaged products. So I think you might be able to see the dudes running around back there somewhere. And then we're hanging a bunch of curtains still and rods and making sure the merch wall's all finished and tightened up and just little tiny details here and there just to tie it all with a bow.
Yeah. I don't know if you're not following Urban South HTX on Facebook or any of the other social medias. First of all, shame on you. But second of all, go do that now and check your tap handles.
Yeah.
Those are awesome, right?
All right, let's go. We can go all the way over here. Can you guys see? All right,
Yeah,
here we go.
we're
So our
getting
tap wall is really fun. So Dan actually helped make those. They're acrylic rods that he turned into tap handles for us. And then we have fun roller skates up there as a fun little chandelier. And then you can get all the way over to the merchandise wall and some lounge spaces and really nice tap room. Our couch over there is really cool. So that's fun. And we did get an arcade game today as well. We do have a free play arcade game, Donkey Kong, over there.
Solid
yeah,
choice.
it's all coming together.
Yes.
It's all coming together.
One thing that is apparent over the Skype feed there is the brightness and the openness and the energy in that room. You just feel it.
Yeah, so we have 5,000 square feet on just this side of the space. And then we have 5,000 square feet for the brewery and production. And then we have another 4,000 square feet for private event spaces.
So, okay, I know people are hearing that now. They hear their ears perk up a little bit when you say private event. Do you know, what would somebody need to do if they wanted to book like a private event space?
Send me an email. Come say hi. Let me know what you want to do. Give me a budget, and I'll make it happen. I already have 3 private events booked in the next 2 weeks.
Nice.
And I have a corporate event. I have a surprise birthday party. I probably shouldn't talk about that one. And then I
for
have
who?
a baby shower already scheduled.
For
So-
whom?
I know, right?
So, well, better the surprise birthday party than the surprise baby shower. Like, surprise, we're having a baby.
Right? I don't know who's being surprised with that one.
Surprise, you're pregnant. The doctor's throwing it.
Right.
He's a comedian. He's like the Patch Adams or something of the Houston Baby
We're
World.
going to take you somewhere to drink beer, and you can't drink beer. God.
Cruel joke.
So
Mean.
I'm a little thirsty.
Oh, you wanted to talk about?
But before we do that, we need to do the thing real quick.
Do we need to do it now?
Well, I mean,
I feel like sometimes if you backtrack now, it's like people are gonna be like, I didn't.
well, it's too late. We've already backtracked.
And I already shared everything, so.
No. I'm not talking about the
Okay.
what we're that. I'm talking. You're
gonna
talking about
take
your
tw-
intro.
Yes. I'm staring.
Oh wait, I
I'm-
forget
I'm-
you do your thing.
I'm
Sorry, man.
I'm staring at this thing that needs to
Okay,
be.
all right.
That needs to be
I'm
done.
Kennedy-
thirsty too, so I'm joining y'all.
Okay, great. Okay,
Okay.
here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The guy that does the thing here now as a thing. This is where I introduce him and play this thing. That's what we do.
Okay, ready?
We do it
Hey.
successfully.
How's it going? I'm
Go,
Kennedy.
Go, tip it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give it to him.
First one.
Listen, Marin, you inspired him. That was his first time to get the whole thing. It really is.
I'm like a lifelong cheerleader, so
yeah.
good job.
You really?
Yeah.
That is a great chugging beer.
That doesn't surprise me. You have this. Where did you cheer?
Oh, high school, college, the usual. I cheer my teammates on every day. Be aggressive, be aggressive.
Where? Where'd you go to college?
Texas State.
It's a bobcat, right? No.
Yeah, eat 'em up, cat.
Eat 'em up cats. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the big cheer?
Oh my gosh. Ready? AWESOME. Awesome, awesome, what you are, because you're a liquid lunch star.
Yay.
That's awesome.
There you go.
Could you do a backflip off the bar if you needed to?
I can, but we're not going to do that.
Not yet. Maybe the second half of the show.
Yeah.
Maybe the second half
Until the
after
insurance
I
comes
drink
in.
some Hello It's Me IPA that we just canned yesterday.
Oh, well, you know what? Now that you say that, it's got me looking at my lunch. Does anybody know? Anybody got watches here? Because I actually don't have one. So
What time is it?
What time is it?
It's time for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
So this is a beer show, and our pre-show beer today, we went light and, the perfect 10:45 a.m. beer, our style anyway. Slightly mighty from our friends at Dogfish Head to get the day started. But we have a whole bunch of Texas beers on the table.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? How rude of
First
me.
or second?
Guests first. Marin, what you drinking?
So I am actually drinking Hello It's Me. It is Urban South HTX IPA. It is bittered with Citra, dry hopped with El Dorado and Belma. Again, we canned it yesterday. It'll be available in cans to go this weekend and on draft as well.
So there you go. Cans,
Good.
drafts, all of it.
Good.
All the goodness.
Might have to stop
Wow,
by.
that looks tasty.
It is quite tasty. I'm excited to share it with you guys.
Good. They,
Well,
hey, I will say this. I shared our episode of Interbrews on the old Reddits, which, by the way, there's a Interbrews Reddit page and Texas Beer
That's
Reddit,
cool.
all that cool stuff. So,
What you got?
yeah, I shared our show on the our episode on the New Orleans beer Reddit subreddit, and a lot of love coming from the New Orleans
Come on.
area.
Yeah.
Sure, tune. Is that Marin's when it's a pretty big deal doing some things now. No, but you guys are. I mean, was that what somebody asking about an angle of a thing or some technical information needed to there at the brewery? Listen, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
You're watching this. It's a live show and a live. They're getting ready. This weekend's going to be really big. So, anyway, a lot of love coming from New Orleans and the OG.
Yeah, well, even a lot of the crew from New Orleans is coming this weekend just to
cool.
check it out and see it. They all come in tomorrow. They got an Airbnb and they're hanging out and they're going to be able to celebrate with us and all
Awesome.
our hard work. It's great.
Excellent. Well, we have yet to get any Urban South HDX beer in front of us yet, but
I can make that happen.
all right.
Lots of locals.
I'll be by later on today.
Okay, good.
Well, but currently in front of us, beers from across our great state. Kennedy, you the one you chugged just now, very chuggable Kolsch from. Would you like to elaborate? How was it? Did you even get to taste it? Do you want me to
So,
talk about?
hold on,
You're
hold
busy doing buttons.
So we're gonna do a little behind the scenes.
Okay.
Julie, lovely Julie, you're the best. If I haven't said that
Yes. Uh-huh.
to you today.
Oh, can
You
you?
can say it
Can you
again,
can you move that camera?
No, it's fine. I'll just lean this way.
So you can get us both.
I'll just lean that way. All right.
All right, perfect.
Okay.
So I just chugged All Stott, and I have to also say this: award-winning GABF award-winning Kolsch
There you go.
makes for a great chug. By the way,
Is Kolsch the most chuggable style?
I'd
You
say
made that
just
look really easy.
Yes.
I'd say lager be straight up lager.
Okay.
Be a
Well,
little bit more chuggable.
I would say, I don't know. I mean, Kolsch is a
Kolsch is pretty
hybrid style,
chuggable.
right? Yeah, hybrid style.
Yeah.
Treated like a lager. But anyway, so yeah, Allstott Kolsch, clean, crisp, delicioso. Also on the table in front of. Are we just going to talk about them all?
Or do you want open one?
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll just chug the rest.
All
Yeah, I've got like 2 sips
So
left here.
I mean, yeah, Julie.
You want to start
What-
with this?
Yeah,
or-
go ahead. Put that one towards the camera.
Okay, yeah, it is springtime here in the state of Texas. basically.
Don't be alarmed. We have no one knows who this guy is.
Oh, we
yet.
haven't even said.
I know.
Hey, everybody, say hi to Jake.
I'm just a random person sitting over here, just minding my own business.
Yeah,
Jake's new to the show.
we're recruiting Jake because we need, as one can tell,
Uh-huh.
we need lots of help. Lots of it.
Okay, Jake, I don't have an intro for you yet. I do
That's
have,
fine.
Where's my, and I didn't mind.
I'm just a young and pretty one. That's
Oh.
that's why they brought me here.
Yeah.
I do have an intro for Jules.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Jules.
Yes. It's over here. Hey, it's Jules.
There you go.
Still waiting for the unicorn though. But
Oh well,
Ding.
it's yeah. So Jules is going to be doing some traveling.
yes.
So we'll not be able to be here in studios. Maybe a roving correspondent though, if we can.
Oh
get,
yes.
There you go.
And a a little mule to bring back some stuff. Some
Yes.
out of state stuff. But
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But Jake's he's got some expertise when it comes to technical stuff, and he's just good looking. So
we'll let you guys.
oh, there we go.
Have
All right,
that
so
one split.
it is basically
Yep.
springtime
So we'll start with
rodeos
that.
starting off,
Maybe
Marin,
with
all that good
thanks.
stuff. Rodeo days coming up,
Openers.
and that always means to me traditionally Springbok from our friends at St. Arnold. That's when the weather's starting to turn from the bitterly cold winter that we've had for the last couple of weeks here in the city of Houston and across Texas. So that's what's in front of us right now. So there you go, Springbok. Everybody excited about Springbok? Have y'all had any Springbok yet? Anybody?
I think I did have one already.
Okay.
This will be my first.
Yes.
So we'll share this one. You guys can share that.
Okay, so Marin, let's get back to what's going on there on Saturday. Obviously, we got Donkey Kong. Is there a high score on Donkey Kong yet? Has anybody been
Oh
able?
my gosh! All I know is that it's unlimited credits, so someone needs to get in here
Oh,
and beat
nice.
the high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we stream like a Twitch stream or something, just of the line. I wonder what the line will be like. So, are the rules going to be so everybody plays nicely? Are you going to have a limit?
So, it really just depends on the parents. So I'm going to leave that one up to that.
Okay.
But hopefully there is so much engagements and things happening that you'll play for a little bit and then you'll want to go see something else.
Yeah.
So we have a lot planned for Saturday. We're going to be open from 12 to 8 p.m. Our normal hours start Sunday from 11 a.m. to 10 every single day. But we're going to party a little bit shorter on Saturday just so that we can all kind of recruit before we start. We're 7 days a week. So 12 to 8, we have a crawfish boil, which is hosted by Texas.
Yes.
So the dudes from Spindle Tap and Texas will be here doing our crawfish for us.
Nice.
We also have a vegan food truck that'll be here. Peace
Nice.
Vegan Eat.
Oh,
We
Nice.
have
Good to
snow
have
cones
options.
that'll be here, unicorn snow cones.
Ooh.
And then we have a taco truck, El Topo, which will be here. He's one of my favorite taco trucks in town. So they'll be here as well.
Sounds good.
We have 3 service bars. Our bar in the tap room, which you guys have seen, what we were looking at. But we do have a vintage Chevy truck that will be here with taps on the side of that. And our
Cool.
beer will be served too. So that'll be fun. And then our barrel room, we'll have a bar set up in there as well. So there'll be multiple service stations, drink packages that you can purchase that includes glassware, and really, really fun, innovative brews, as well as ones from our friends. And just great times all around.
That's cool. So for the people who have not been able to dig in yet, and they're scrolling through their Facebook feed, or that just popped up on YouTube and our multiple streaming locations, or maybe just on Twitter and they saw us there streaming on Periscope, or Jose listening on our audio only feed. So if you're driving around and want to be part of the show, you can always listen in on our Mixer feed. They're right on our website. Tell them what do they need to know about Urban South HTX, that like as far as a beer approach, and just what to expect.
Yeah, definitely. So we are the second location of Urban South out of New Orleans, really focusing on the taproom experience and what the grain to glass should be by pushing boundaries of what the liquid is, and then the space that you're enjoying the liquid in is as well. So again, the bright colors, the very fun, whimsical space that's inviting, and you want to just sit and enjoy the beverages. However, we are gifted with the lovely things of tools behind us that we can brew all of our own innovative boundary pushing beers that'll be different than what is offered over in New Orleans. So New Orleans they have their own awesome brews that are so delicious. Holy Roller, Paradise Park, Cucumber Lime Goza, Snowball Juice, the list goes on and on and on. We have our brew system here that we can brew our own brews based off of the same culture that is excellent grain to glass, and then made in our own kind of innovative ways. Adding massive amounts of fruit.
Whoa.
So sorry. Lots of eyes. the perks of using a Topo Chico bottle is your
Oh, that's cool.
using massive amounts of fruits, massive amounts of hops, fresh crop hops, the best quality ingredients, all served in a really, really fun glass of style, either stemmed or, this Willie Beecher is one of my favorites. So we definitely are able and have the tools to just really push the boundaries of what beer we think should be and what you should be drinking. And then in a really cool space with TVs and lights and sound and arcade games and cornhole and a yard that's beautiful with picnic tables and a patio.
Yes.
Just in a really cool part of town as well that you can walk the train tracks over to Buffalo Bayou or to Holler or to Platypus or go right next door to us and go say hi to City Orchard and get some cider over there.
Yes.
They have a full kitchen themselves as well. So really, you can come here and then experience all the other things that Sawyer Yard has to offer.
Yes. Yeah, the location is awesome. It offers something that is very unique. As experientially. That's the word?
Exponentially?
No, well, it's exponentially
Experimentally.
Experimentally.
Exponentially experimental.
Expeditedly.
Expatriated flavor, anyway, it's really neat.
It's neat.
It's neato.
So
That's what I'm trying to say.
One fun thing you can do is you can go to all those breweries and spend about 4 or 5 hours there, and then go over to Sawyer. While you're in Sawyer Yards, you go to the dance studio and learn how to do like 2 steps.
Oh yeah, that's right.
2-step and then
There's all that.
waltzing and whatever they teach at the.
Maybe
I
we'll
don't
come here one day for you.
Yeah, no, that would be cool.
I don't personally dance.
I get better at dancing the more beer I drink. So.
Yeah, I was
We
for
all
the
do.
condition, and I have 2 left feet. Literally 2 left feet.
Yeah, are they both on your left leg, or do you have just a nub on the right, or how does that work?
No, it's on my. I've got a right leg, but a left foot on the right leg.
I always felt like in The Princess Bride when they were talking about the 6-fingered man, they needed to elaborate a little more. Then you figure it out when you see the 6 fingers on his right hand. But anyway,
How do you buy shoes?
yeah, seriously, how do you find? Do you have to special order them,
I have to buy 2 pairs of shoes.
or you know what you need to do is
I just buy regular shoes, and I put the wrong one on the left foot, and it's uncomfortable.
That would explain your disposition a lot of the time.
But it would be the right one on the left foot, not the
Your
wrong one.
shoes are just too tight.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
So I have the raw. Yeah, it looks like I got a right foot, but it's actually a left foot.
How come nobody
Yes,
ever
because
I've
says?
gotten
big
used
words
to it.
are hard.
So
Gotten used
if
to
you're
it.
really good at dancing, does that mean you have 2 right feet? And if so, how come we don't talk about those people? I feel like they don't.
Yeah.
They don't get
I'm
credit.
a lefty, so
Yeah.
no.
I don't understand. Somewhere out there, there's a bunch of people with 2 right
I think
feet.
like because. All right, when you're like 2-stepping, aren't you just making a bunch of right-hand turns, or is it
no.
left-hand turns?
No, it's not NASCAR.
No, it's a big loop.
That's like NASCAR.
I
a
mean,
big loop.
you go in you go with the flow.
Yeah.
But if you're 2-stepping the right way, you're spinning and back and forth and all kinds of stuff.
I've never 2-stepped.
So who's leading here, guys?
It's
'Cause
not-
if you're leading, you're going left. If you're following, you're going right. Like, come on.
Oh,
Yes,
see,
thank
there
you.
you go. Look,
A true Southerner.
I think that
smart woman.
Marin, I think that the big news here is that
Thank you.
We just heard Kennedy said he's never 2-stepped. How long have you lived in
Oh,
Texas?
gosh. That's like sacrilege.
Forever?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
That's like saying you've never had crawfish.
That's not true. I'm trying to talk a certain person in this room into loving crawfish.
And I've never 2-stepped either.
Whoa.
I know, but I've only been in Texas 3 years, so.
She's from Florida.
I thought that they did
Come
it.
see me on Saturday, and we'll do both.
I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to come to the VIP
Well, I mean,
party, get a ticket, and come.
important point
Sounded
is
too fun.
Yeah,
And the Donkey Kong alone, I mean.
important thing here is this Saturday you go to Urban South, have yourself a few beers, get yourself a little liquid courage, go over to the dance studio, and learn how to 2-step.
There you go.
Just do it there at Urban South. You don't have to go to the dance studio.
Yeah.
Don't be scared, homie. The thing, I don't understand how you've been in Texas this long, because when I moved to Texas almost 20 years ago, as soon as I crossed the line, they had pulled me over. And the state trooper pulled me out of the car and said, "Sir, we're going to need a 2-step real quick."
Yeah.
And so we did. and it was delightful. And
You two-stepped with a
highway patrol.
highway patrolman?
Yes.
It was magical.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm not sure that's what they called
Officer,
it at that
Officer
time.
Williams. And,
Did at any point he try to cop a feel?
I know.
there was.
Sounded a little
well,
Brokeback
yes, he's a
Mountain
cop.
Yeah.
So any feeling.
He's a cop, so yes.
here. Copped
Any,
a feel.
any feels, we're all copped feels.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, see, Philip hasn't two-stepped either, so there's a
my
bunch of
gosh.
us. I think we all need
I've
to go
told
out
you,
on a
I was
two-step dance.
born with a condition, and I can't dance because of it.
No, that's not true. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, if you can do it, and if you can do a dance in cowboy
Darlene.
boots, that's. Yeah, have we seen any messages? Anybody saying?
Yeah, everybody's blowing up. Darlene's on, and Tammy,
Oh.
and Philip, and everybody's saying hi to Jake.
Yeah, Jake's
Yep.
got a lot of love
So,
today.
yep, a
Hey,
lot
Jake.
of love.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
And Adam was out there too. So from Baleson. So he was
hey.
saying hi. Yep. So if you're still out there, hi, Adam.
Yeah, Philip's with me. He's never two-stepped. Thanks, Philip.
Belson not too terribly far from Urban. I mean, for me, everything is in town. So.
Baleson always worth the trip, though. We got to get out there too.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I'll say that. Let me speak a little whimsically about how awesome Texas is and how awesome the breweries here in Texas are. Urban South is in town, close. In like the heart of Houston is a big
Oh, it's a great
metropolitan,
part, yeah.
beautiful city. And you can go back. You can put Marin up too, because people don't want to look at me.
But you're the star of the show.
Nah, I don't know about all that. So anyway, the beer's the star of the show. But anyway, so it's Urban South is in the city. It has an energy, a crackle. You walk in and everybody, Marin, you kind of personify the energy there of Urban South. You're lively, delicious beer, something you want to try new things. It's like, whoo, let's do this.
Like two-stepping.
Yeah, like two-stepping. Even if you have two left feet, it doesn't matter. Two-stepping with a beer in your hand, that's when you know you've got it down.
While eating crawfish.
While eating crawfish in one hand and beer in the other, and not getting any crawfish goo on your partner there. But
Fish Q, yeah.
but there's plenty of room there in the tap room for two-stepping. And people, that's the thing about tap. If you just start two-stepping anywhere, I think it's like state law where people are just like, yeah, cool. They just kind of let you do it. I mean, I've done that before. But anyway, what I was going to say
Can
is,
you two-step with yourself?
I mean, I think that's a whole nother show.
Okay.
That's like after dark, maybe. I don't know.
This
What I was going to say,
After
but
dark show.
yes,
Liquid.
Liquid midnight.
probably it's the liquids you don't want to. Probably liquids we don't want to talk about. To be honest with you, probably don't want the word liquid in that show. Definitely don't turn on the black lights. I don't.
So just really quickly, it
Sorry.
took a whole 12 minutes
Yeah.
before somebody made the Jake from State Farm.
I know, and it was
comment.
Jeffrey.
We made 12 minutes?
Yeah,
Ah,
12
yeah.
whole minutes before they're asking about his khakis.
Oh, is he
Yeah.
wet? What's he wearing?
I am actually wearing khakis.
Yes,
today,
he is. Like,
Unfortunately.
yeah.
All right. Sorry. Continue.
And
Well,
it was Jeffrey. I love
Okay.
it.
Well, what I was going to say is Texas is this beautiful place where, like this last episode of this shameless self-promotion. I was out at Huff Brewing out in Belleville on a farm next to like actual cattle and goats, drinking beers. And then not that far away, just, an hour drive into town, you can be at a place like Urban South. And, we got the rodeo, which is like a mix-up of all of that, where all the cattle and the cowboys come into our big, beautiful city of Houston and all hang out. And it's just an awesome thing. Like, it's just the big variety you have in Texas beer. It's amazing.
Houston's awesome.
Yeah, all of it. Texas is awesome. So, anyway,
Yeah.
Marin, I'm glad you guys I love what y'all are doing.
Yeah. We
And I
very
love,
much
I love
enjoy
it
it as well.
that Sawyer Yards is just blowing up like that. That's like the coolest place to be. I think that's my favorite since I moved here. My favorite spot in Houston, and I love it. So now that more and more people are like coming in and doing that, I think it's just even more awesome. So
Agreed. Washington Street is just blowing up like crazy,
Yeah.
and then all the way up to I-10.
so
and then
fun.
Just the whole general arts scene.
Yes,
And
exactly,
the
yeah.
talent that is around.
Uh-huh.
That I'm really excited to showcase in this space. It's gonna be really cool.
It's cool. Yeah, it's
And-
very cool.
and
You guys
that-
are there.
And that whole area is like right off the big bike trail.
Yeah.
Or what height?
Yeah.
Sorry, not just bike. People can walk on it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Yeah.
If you want to,
Great.
if you want
You want to work for your beer?
Yeah.
Do it over here.
Yep.
you want to work for your beer? Yeah. just-
Yeah, I hear hazy juicy IPAs are a good energy source for when you need extra calories.
Literally liquid lunch.
Yes.
Yeah.
They also prevent scurvy and rickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because you do. Yeah,
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah. Well,
That's a new tasting note.
Yeah, a tasting note.
anti-scurvy. I don't know if there's any actual vitamin C in hops,
Well,
but
come on.
yeah,
Just give
we'll
me
just
this.
go. Let's go.
Citrus.
Yeah,
Let's go with it.
yeah, close
I mean,
enough.
how can there something called Citra?
Uh-huh.
How can there not be vitamin C in that?
I know, right? It seems like it
don't
would
know.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These statements have not been reviewed by the FDA or Can you put that disclaimer up there at the
Right.
bottom? Do not use this for actual medical advice. If you have any medical questions, see your physician, and always enjoy Liquid Lunch as it was meant as entertainment. There you go.
Philip, you are absolutely right. The club needs to do a pub crawl
That is a great idea.
one weekend in that area.
See, yeah, Maren, that's
Absolutely.
Perfect.
That's a perfect place for a pub crawl.
And Darlene, you're right. Our next, one of our next Beer Girl meetings, we need to have a meetup. We should do there once a month.
Yes,
the
please.
girls come out. That would be awesome. We have to do that. I'll get with them. See if
Yeah.
we can do that. It'd be cool.
So, what?
Yeah.
Again, best way to reach you for any of that, if you're a homebrew club or a beer enthusiast group.
So we do have a really awesome email address. It's htx@urbansouthbrewery.com.
Perfect.
And that'll go directly to me. So we can chat and plan all fun kinds of things.
Cool. That'll be awesome.
All right.
Hold
Well,
on, repeat that again. I'm sorry.
HTX.
htx@urbansouthbrewery.com.
UrbanSouthBrewery.com.
Yep.
With a no, just a dot .dot. There you go.
Did you put it up
Oh,
on the
wrong
screen?
one.
Yeah, here we go. Graphics. Boom.
Oh,
There.
boom.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yay, cool.
There you go.
Act like you
I
do
like
this for a living.
Yeah.
Awesome. So there's your link.
Cool.
And there you see the space. And man, what a great spot. Middle ground for so many people.
So, yeah.
And just fantastic.
Wait out traffic with us.
Yes. That's people jump into that traffic. And if pro tip, find a place like Urban South.
I'm your nearest watering hole,
There you
and that's me.
Yep.
Yes. Do that. That's perfect.
So, is Urban South going to be a good place to get crawfish and beer?
Yeah, the best place to get coffee
Yeah.
and beer this Saturday,
This
12 o'clock. Be here.
I think you're getting a cold, Kennedy. You sound like you're coming down with something.
You just need some spicy crawfish.
Yeah,
to
I
clear
think you
that
might not.
Clear
be-
those sinuses.
Yeah, not be well enough to go to work or something.
I had this. There.
The whole crawfish
Like,
argument is. I'm down. I love
I
crawfish.
hear crawfish and beer are the only known cure for the coronavirus. Just,
Yeah.
it builds immunity.
I mean, honestly, crawfish is really just an excuse to drink beer.
Sure.
The best excuse to drink beer.
Okay, Mayor, I have a
You're
question.
not really eating much. You're getting all your calories, burning calories while
Yeah.
drinking, a lager or a hazy IPA or
Yeah.
a fruited sour, whatever you fancy.
What do you think of the ones of your beers? What do you like best with I don't know how they're spicing the crawfish. I hope spicy, right? But
So I really cuts the spice for me is hops. It really does. So something hazy, low bitter, super hoppy, really crushable.
yeah.
Got to be the right ABV though, because if I'm drinking a double IPA, 8.5, and just chugging them, pound of
Yeah.
crawfish might do me in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So lagers are really good as well for that on the low ABV scale, but hops really cuts the spice for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're drinking those heavy beers with the crawfish. You're only going to be able to make maybe 5 pounds of crawfish before you're done.
That's maybe fine.
Yeah, crawfish are it's like you burn as many calories that you're taking in. So it's like
Like eating celery.
yes. Yeah, like
Just
celery.
less spicy.
Yeah, like spicy, delicious,
Yeah.
like actually good celery.
Yeah, there's like so many other things than celery.
Yeah. Yeah, we never have celery parties or celery.
No.
Hey man, we got this brand new crop with celery. Just gonna crack,
Celery.
we're gonna crack some over. You've never like a celery IPA or a
Hey,
Yeah.
watch, I'll throw a party around celery now, okay? Like, it's going to be the big.
you put some peanut butter and some raisins on ants on a
Raisins.
log. Yeah, ants on a log. Maybe chocolate.
Yeah.
Enough
Ooh.
stuff. Maybe deep fry the celery. Batter deep fry,
Okay.
There
sweet
you go.
batter and deep fry. Peanut butter, little chocolate drizzle, raisins.
See? They're drilling over here. They know I'm on a podcast. Jay's over here drilling.
Well, you know what they say about
Oh.
celery? It's
Yeah.
nature's broom. So
Yeah.
maybe
No.
that's why there's not like
No,
a whole lot of
celery is
parties
good
with
in one
celery.
thing.
What?
And that is gumbo.
Oh, Bloody Marys.
Yeah. There you
So 2 things.
Bloody Mary and gumbo.
Yeah.
There's
That
really
sounds
no
delicious.
there's really no other reason for celery.
Yeah. Well, it holds peanut butter.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay.
Yeah, and it holds peanut butter.
All right. Well, all right. So this Saturday, big grand opening.
Which
12
is
to
also
8.
leap year. I
Oh,
think it's
yeah,
really
yeah,
cool that you're
Yeah.
opening on leap
Okay.
day. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
So does,
We couldn't not. Like, we saw the date and we were like, we got to do it.
You got it.
It's funny because all that really did was just like multiply my anniversary budget by 4 years. I don't think anybody thought of that, but I did like immediately.
yeah.
So our year 1 anniversary in 4 years will be the biggest event I've ever hosted.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah, just something for the
At least
players.
4 times bigger than I've ever hosted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does that mean?
It's gonna be
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. You'll only be an actual.
Yeah.
I know, and I've even asked people. There's a lot of guests that are their birthday is on
Right.
leap day,
Mhm.
and I don't think any of them are actually old enough to drink. So I don't know what to do there.
Well,
Just times it by 4. It's all good.
But you,
Yeah.
Because you have to be like 84. To
Yeah.
actually-
well,
I don't know.
if I were born on a leap day, I'd still be old enough to drink.
that's true.
Yeah.
But you're also part sea turtle, so.
Yeah. An oak tree.
Yeah.
But,
And
yeah.
yeah.
You're part sea turtle. That's
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
Yeah. His parents are a sea turtle and an oak tree. It's the only way to explain how old
A
he
match
is.
made in paradise.
Yeah. He's just crickety and old and has a shell. It's actually kind of weird when you think about it. Anyway.
And 2 left feet.
And 2
And
left
feet.
Man, I'm learning way a lot about you. And you can chug a Kolsch in like second
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Well,
we don't need to learn any more about
this
Kennedy.
chugging thing's been a work in progress.
Yes.
I think Marin,
Yeah.
you inspired and cheered him on to actually finish the glass.
He did.
He's had his technique was bad.
Yeah.
He didn't have enough tilt. We talked about it. So his tilt still needs a little work.
Yeah, he's a little timid. He's just not going all in.
Cheerleaders will get the job done.
Yeah,
But you know what?
There's something about it.
No one has ever encouraged me before, and you have, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
That's what he
Good.
needed.
I think that's all I
It's a
needed.
cheerleader in
Josh,
her.
I mean,
That's all I needed.
you
He's
now
not
have my
talking-
dad's account.
He's not talking just about the encouragement of chugging. He's never been encouraged in,
Yeah,
in his entire
exactly.
life.
Yeah.
About
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, it's true.
I
Yeah,
tell you, it's the
Julie.
turtle and the
Oh.
oak tree. They're just not nurturers.
No.
Turtles
All
and
nature,
oak
no
trees.
nurture.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
cuddle.
all nature, no nurture.
Yeah, how do you cuddle with a tree?
Yeah.
All barky.
That turtle hasn't figured it out yet. but they created
No.
that
They're all like
one,
hard.
so-
You know.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
All right. Okay. I don't know where we go from there. I guess we go to Urban South HTX. That's what you do.
Yep.
Make your plan. So this Saturday, can anybody just show up? You just
It's tickets.
Yeah,
Right? It's a ticket
open to the
event?
public. Anybody,
Oh.
all ages, 0 to 99. Bring your kids, bring your dogs, bring your friends, bring your grandma, bring everybody.
okay.
Just come see us. It's time for us to share the space with you guys.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
We actually had a little bittersweet moment on Tuesday where it was our last night of Justin, Dave, and myself in this space without anybody in it. But we know it's time. Like, we're ready. Like, let's do this 7 days a week from now until, we're
Forever.
here. So let's do it.
Yeah.
Cool.
7 days a week. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Because,
That's really cool.
because somebody like me has a random day off like Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I could-
There might not be a lot of breweries open.
No,
Yeah,
there's
there's
not.
really not. There's really not. Like it's weird. Like sometimes Julie and I are in the evenings. We're like, I'm off. It's Tuesday, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like nobody's open.
I know. Such a
We are.
bad
I
thing for
am.
day drinking.
We got a place now. Thank
Yeah, and it's right near us.
I like
so-
your hours too,
I
because I can do
also
some
have
good
food
day
every
drinking.
day too.
Exactly.
So come see me for dinner.
Yeah.
No.
I'm going to be out there this weekend, so I'm giving the shout out to anybody that's listening and our rogue friends out there. Anybody want to meet me out there? I'll meet up with you.
Yeah, good.
Well, I can say from firsthand witness that awesome space. It welcomes you as you walk in. You'll feel the energy. You'll feel up. You'll feel ready for drinking.
Yeah, it looks like it. It
And
looks
the
fun.
best of people.
Yeah.
And delicious beers. So what's not to love?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm super excited.
That was a rhetorical
So
question.
we just had a viewer
Okay.
obviously not paying attention.
Right.
Ask what time they open on Saturday.
Oh.
Oh, Brendan, he just called you out.
You know that thing you've been
Yeah.
flashing the entire time? Now that was that.
Yes.
Now, Brendan, pay attention.
No
Maybe-
silly questions.
maybe he's
12 to
working or
8 p.m.
driving.
on Saturday.
Well, if he's just now paying attention, it's the same. The answer to that is the same time that this show starts, which obviously that is escaped you as well.
Yeah, you missed that too, Brendan.
Noon.
Noon.
Marin, what would you think if we came and did a live show from there at some
That'd be
point?
awesome.
I would love that.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. That'd be very cool. I have many options for liquid lunch, so I think I can take care of you guys, feed you very well.
Awesome.
Oh,
Okay,
that would be
so
cool.
That's a self-invite.
I misread
Where's the egg now?
Brendan's message,
Oh.
and I apologize, Brendan. During the week,
Oh, during
11 a.m.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome.
again,
Yeah.
perfect time
That's
for
why
liquid
get some
lunch.
day
11
drinking.
a.m. to
Yeah.
10 p.m. Pretty much. If you
Nice.
think you should have a beer in your hand, we're gonna be open.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
now,
Thank
now,
you.
now I'm getting called out
Yeah.
for not reading well.
We're not paying attention.
Well, you had to go be in smarty pants, you know.
Let's add
It's
it to the docket.
Yeah.
That
Just, you turtle.
Story of my life.
All right, we got time for another beer.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotta hit the knuckle
Oh,
box.
wait. No.
Are we
no.
not? What are we doing?
What?
Uh-oh. We're
No,
blowing it
that
up.
was the wrong button. Once
Okay.
again, HTX at urbansouthbrewery.com if you want to book some
Hey,
events.
Justin.
Hey, say hi,
What's
Justin.
What's up?
Hey, Justin.
Liquid
Nice.
lunch here. Yeah,
Justin has nice hair.
He does have nice
he
hair.
does have nice hair.
Uh-huh.
His brew skills are. His brew skills are directly correlate with his fabulous hair.
Well,
and
that's
his hat.
weird because
May your
normally
beers always be full and your hair always be long.
I love it.
so that's interesting because most brewers the long hair tends to grow on their face in the form of a beard, not actually on their head, and that's
His
pretty awesome.
doesn't work that way.
I'm down with the long hair on the head, not the face.
If anybody goes finds old pictures of Justin from early brew days, like 7, 8, 10, 12 years ago, yeah, that brew beard looks a lot better on his head.
Nice.
So is that how long he's been home brewing? Is that how he's
Dave.
been brewing?
Hey, Dave Over. He
what's
made
up,
a
Dave?
He did a flyby.
Yeah, I saw some
He
people.
doesn't want to. It's too good for us. Huh?
Listen. Did you see how fast?
He's been too cool for school for quite some time.
Listen, you say that, but you guys have been working so super hard, and congratulations
Thank
on
you.
all the hard work to the whole crew there. You guys, and it's so exciting to see everything. So, with that in mind, we don't want to take up too much more of your day, and we know that you've still got more work to do. And
I know I got a lot to do to prep for you guys to come hang out with me.
yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll put the graphics
I
back
can't
up.
throw a party just by sitting around and drinking liquid lunch all day.
That's true. That's true. There's only so much two-stepping you can do.
That's right.
So, all right, everybody. Well, there you go. The grand opening this weekend, February 29th, 2020. Remember that date.
Leap day.
The
Leap day.
The leap day of all leap days.
Come take a leap with us.
Yeah, I love it.
There you go. All right.
I will be there, and I'm looking forward to learning the
Yay.
two-step.
There might be some surprises. Like leap surprises. So let's
Awesome.
make it happen.
Love
Okay.
surprises.
There you go. Well, Marin, thank you so much. We'll let you get back to.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
All
Yeah,
right, ladies
anytime.
and gentlemen. Marin.
You have an open invitation.
See you Saturday.
Yeah.
See
Yeah,
you
we'll
Saturday,
see you
guys.
this weekend, everybody. Urban South.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Toodaloo. Boom. There you go, man.
Oh, she's so cute.
She's awesome.
She's so awesome.
I just got handed another beer. Can you hand me a glass?
Yeah.
Actually, hand me 2 glasses.
2 glasses.
I want to do these side by side.
There you go.
1 and a 2. Thank you. It's I love when we have dual styles,
pretty
like the
that
same style,
I know. That's, yeah.
2 different people.
So it's so much darker.
So anyway, here we go. So what's up? Do we got anybody? What are people saying on the onlines, on the chats? Anything interesting? No? Did we talk about it all? I'm putting you on.
Well,
the spot.
they a lot of people jumped on me for not reading well.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
Thought I was being cool and taking a poke at Brendan, and
Yep. Always comes back on.
kind of backfired.
yeah, you take a poke at Brendan,
it's-
you're taking a poke at yourself.
It's backfired.
Do you want to show what we're drinking now?
Yes. Okay. So we got two box, Knucklebach and Springbok. Knucklebach from our friends at Texas Leader,
Yum.
making
Texas
Reese.
Leader.
So
This is
should we start addressing the elephant in the room?
we already talked about.
We already
it.
did.
I mean, sort of.
If you're calling Jake an elephant, I mean, I don't know.
Hold on, we're gonna do a.
Well, that's a nice way to start. And
Hold on.
I mean,
I just want to give the visual of the side by side. Come back.
yeah, go back to look at that. Yeah.
So we'll come back to you, Jake.
All right.
Okay, the
Color-wise,
elephant, I
a
guess.
little darker
Wow.
on the
Yeah, look
on
at
the
the
Texas
difference.
Leaguer side.
Mhm.
Of course,
Yeah.
this old Texas Homebrewers homebrew shop. And then here our Southern Star Strawberry
Yeah.
Blonde. That's out now too.
Mhm.
Anyway, differences. They're both malty.
Yep.
They both smell like liquid bread.
Well, the Texas Leaguer is the Knucklebuck, and the St. Arnold one is actually a Springbok. So I wonder if that's why it's lighter. Because
Springbok just means it comes out in the spring.
oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I thought.
So I was surprised, and I didn't know this
Yes.
when we went to the grocery store today, and that's why we were late.
Uh-huh.
Just picking up beer. I didn't know that Texas
Not
Leaguer
because of me.
even canned.
I know. That's what we were surprised
I
about.
saw
We were
it, I was
like,
like,
hey.
These guys can now.
Yeah,
That
it's.
was cool.
I think for about maybe about a year.
Really?
Yeah, you got to know
You
the
know-
right places.
You would think maybe in the producer of a beer show,
Mm-hmm.
I would have known that.
Well, it's fine.
And you do the beer future. So.
But
yeah.
you
Well,
also don't take the
also-
time to read actual posts
Well,
and
that's-
things.
I was gonna say producer is quite a strong word.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
Jake, you're gonna fit in great.
I think
Let's get to know. Let's get to know Jake.
All right.
Let's.
So real quick, a lot of people are saying what people have been commenting is that they all want to go. They're all excited about Urban South. They want to get out there and they want to see it. So it's on on Jeffrey's way home, and a lot of people. So that's really good. Lots of
Yes.
excitement building up for it.
The cool, yeah, it is like we talk about being way out here in Cypress, when related to this Houston area, and I'm sure there's
Suburbia hell.
It's not suburbia, it's awesome. You want? Never mind. We'll get into that later. Anyway, it's
No, I'm sorry I
Grass
said that. I'm sorry I said that because next leads to a discussion in lawns, and nobody wants that.
everybody wants that. But
Hey, Gail. Gail in France is watching.
Hey,
Say
Gail.
hi,
In
Gail.
France,
Hi,
she's-
Gail.
in
Hi,
France? Did you say
Gail.
in France?
Yes, she's in France.
Oh,
Oh,
bonjour.
Hey.
Yes, sure. When we're done, au revoir. Because I may
Hey,
forget that.
Gail. Remember we saw her when we went to Paris.
I remember
Yeah,
Gail, for
exactly.
sure.
Yeah, Gail and
sure.
Lily. Hello,
let me
ladies.
think.
I ate snails.
Uh huh.
with
He
Gail.
did. Snails with Gail.
Snails with
Escargot?
Gail. Yeah.
Snails with
We?
Gail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so just and pate. Oh, that pate was divine.
You know,
Yeah, it was
snails
good.
aren't as bad as you would think they'd
No, they're
be.
yummy.
We?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway,
She says hello.
yes.
Yay.
All right. Well, parlez-vous français and whatever else. That's all I got. I took half a semester of French,
All right.
Uh-huh.
So,
and I've had a bunch of Belgian
Danny, first of all, hello, Danny, and thanks for watching
lessons.
again.
Hello, Tanner.
You are the best.
Wow.
He is asking what beer we were drinking. I think he may have jumped on late.
No.
So I think maybe you saw the Texas Leaguer Knuckleball Bach.
Yeah.
And we were also drinking
Springbok.
a Springbok from Shiner.
So Bach on Bach.
Yeah, Bach around the clock.
We're gonna Bach this town.
Yeah.
Bach it.
We're going to Bach it inside out.
Yeah, we are.
Did you see how he was real careful there not to
Bucket.
criticize that listener? And instead of saying, he wasn't paying attention, he said, "Oh, he might have hopped on late."
Oh,
He
so
was-
now
he was very
giving-
cautious
Yeah,
that
now
time.
he's trying to be.
Well, I will say this about Danny.
Mm-hmm.
He's given us a bunch of beer.
That's one of those things that's an opportunity you don't want to Bach at. Is that what you're saying?
He has donated. We actually did a Danny Saunders beer haul show from all the beer he gave us.
Yeah, one of our
So-
favorite shows of all times.
No.
Love you, Danny.
Yeah. Love you.
Anyway.
Even without the beer, Danny, you're awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The beer's just a bonus. Real quick about Bach's there, Jules. Bach's traditionally a springtime beer. They were brewed in the I think they're aged a long time, so they're a little bit higher ABV. Usually brewed, I believe traditionally they were brewed in the summer the spring, and then put away and then open and then drank the next spring.
Oh, so that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I could be wrong. but I
a
got
year, they would ferment or
lager.
Yeah,
They're
that's a long
lager,
time.
So
Okay.
they're lager
For about a year.
Stick them back, yeah.
Is it German style?
Yes, it is.
So the box usually come out in spring. That's like,
Yeah.
So it's not as heavy as.
Or maybe
the
they
winter.
lager all winter long. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
No. Now,
If anybody who does wants to add
Bach's
in,
the
that would be great.
I've read the book. It's been a while.
You mean you read the Bach?
I read the Bach book.
Bach.
Yeah, while listening to Bach.
So one cool thing, back in my BL days, that means Bud Light. Way back when, I don't want to start dating myself. When I first had Shiner Bach,
Yeah.
That was the first beer that I was like, wow, there's something different than all this other crap I've been drinking.
Well, and not even a true Bock.
Oh, is it not?
Really?
No. It's just coloring. So Southern Star put out their Texas Golden Bock.
Yeah.
As kind of a craft version of or a more flavorful version of that. It's just it's not a true Bock. This is a true Bock. A bigger beer. I think these are probably around 7%. I think Springbok's around 6.5, 7%. I don't know what Knucklebock is.
Knucklebock is 6.4.
There you go. So somewhere in that 6 to 7 range, typically. Maltier, bigger, really good with when you think of like Mardi Gras food and things like that.
6.9.
Yeah, it'll cut through, or it'll cool off spice.
Yeah.
Big malty beers will
It's
cool
got
off
that nice
spice.
malt, which is what I like. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, this.
yeah.
We were looking for some of this. I was looking for some Mardi Gras type beer, like some of the king cakes that have come out, but they didn't have anything like that in the stores.
Nah.
Yeah, but
This
that
would
would've
be
been
a
nice.
good, like if you're eating like spicy food.
But yeah,
would
this
be
is perfect for this time of year with all the
cooler weather. Still not like you get a cold snap like we've had the last couple
Right.
of days. That sort
and
of thing.
some of the root vegetables and things like that. You're still eating a little hearty, so you want something that's still substance but not too heavy. And yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but this Texas Leaguer Knucklebock is pretty good. When the first time I went
for
to
sure.
Texas Leaguer, this is the beer that I fell in love with there.
Yeah, it's a great beer.
It's
good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
This was one of the like this style, and when you bring up Shiner Bock, whatever it is, what it is. But if you want to know what a real Bock tastes like, one of these two, these are both spot on style wise, traditional style wise. So there you go. It was that's it. That's all I'm saying. If you want a true Bock, Spring Bock, which is only out in the spring, and then Knucklebock, which is baseball season coming up. I know you're excited about that, Kennedy. Jake, you're a baseball fan, right?
Yes.
Finally, somebody to talk. Actually,
you go.
Stick and ball.
yeah.
Yeah, stick 'em.
This is my approach to this season. Approach being the heel.
Okay.
Approach being just be the bad guy and love being the bad guy.
Okay.
As an Astros fan, I think that's the best thing we should do. You know, we've got to own the bad guy mentality. I'm thinking Oscar the Grouch patch on every shoulder of the jerseys, and a little bang bang sound clouds coming out of them.
Yeah,
I like the bang bang.
Or like trash can lids.
that's yes. But
So
the
just-
Oscar the Grouch lives.
So that
Yeah,
just
how
means
about
like
what about Orbit in
Wow.
the trash can?
Now I'm thinking
I'm
Orbit
slow.
has a trash can lid with drumstick, and he's walking
Ah,
around the
there you
arena
go.
banging it.
Yeah.
so you
it.
just
Just
kind of look like
impressive.
our spirit.
Yeah,
I
just go with it.
Just kind of like
I
a we
don't
don't
think,
care
like-
what you say kind of thing.
So
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm going to preface this by saying I'm not a sports fan.
No.
But I think as a Houstonian, though, I think we're just kind of embracing this.
Yeah, no, it's a good one. I think we've needed listen, we've had this, if we're honest with ourselves, and since this is a Texas show, it's a family discussion. We've had this, it's a bit of a one-sided rivalry with Dallas for a while, right?
It's Dallas people don't see it as a rivalry.
They don't?
And it's,
Whereas Houston, it's like, those Dallas people.
right.
Oh,
and,
okay.
and so it's like, you try to put the moniker of the bad guy on, like, the Cowboys or whatever.
Well, everybody does.
But they're so into themselves that they don't even pay attention. You know what? So for what it is, Cowboys fans, you're just into that thing, right?
Yeah.
But now it's time for Houston to step out. Like we tried to be too squeaky clean for a while. I mean,
Yeah.
J.J. Watt, I love him, but he is
HEB
just
loves them too.
Well, look, and that's our
HEB
downside right
does.
now. With the Rockets, you've got Harden. Nobody in the world likes Harden outside of Houston. So
Oh,
own the bad guy
Yeah.
scenario there,
so
too.
we need a full
I
heel
like it.
turn from J.J. is basically what we need.
We need him to retire because we love JJ. but
Oh,
we just need
wow,
him to
that's some
retire.
big
And then
words.
we can start moving
But
on
is
in the
it-
Texans' direction.
all right.
But wouldn't he be
But
like?
does it-
Wouldn't he be like the Hollywood Hulk Hogan of the whole thing?
Ooh.
You got Harden,
if he
and then like
went the other direction,
yes,
And
that's
don't
what
we
I'm
usually
saying.
win
that
when
heel
he
turn
plays,
would
though?
be
That's
the
the other
biggest heel
thing.
turn in the history.
Yeah, that's all. See, Jose says that JJ loves himself too, which might be after that SNL and all that kind of stuff. Maybe that's the start of it. And then at some point he says, "You people outside of Houston can stick it." And then he gets like the
I don't
dark
even think
scruff.
I don't think he would use that harsh of a word as "stick it." Though I think that's still over his threshold.
Maybe, but that's the thing is like it took a while for Hulk Hogan to embrace that Hollywood Hogan moniker, and he
Yeah.
finally did. And then
And
it
then
was
it
the big. It was the biggest thing ever.
So I have a question as far as the show's
Because
concerned.
when you're HOU, you're HOU for life.
Yes.
That's right, for life.
Too sweet.
This
There you
this
go.
show is all
Cheers to
about
that.
questions. Ask away.
So I am a newbie, not just to the show, but to craft beers in general.
Are we talking about beer still? I didn't know.
Oh, we like that. Good.
Kennedy just mentioned his BL days. I am still in my BL days because I don't have a refined
exactly.
palate.
When I was your age, I was still in my BL days.
But my first question about this show is, how do y'all prevent burps? Like I'm holding down a burp right now, and I've got to let one go.
You don't have to hold them.
I'm not going to burp on
Well,
mic. I'm a
You just go off to the side. You go,
I haven't
I burp
actually
all the
burped
time.
in like a decade. I've forgotten how I do it. I just
You know
myself.
what?
I will
I
myself.
don't really
not to burp.
like get the burps unless I chug a beer. Like after I chugged that, I wanted to burp, and I just kind of held it in.
Well, yeah,
I
you
burped
absorb
once.
it. You
I
absorb,
burped
and it
once,
co-
and you
and
gave
you
me a
absorb
bunch
it,
of
but
shit.
You
can
absorb it
only
and it comes out
absorb
your
for
ears.
so long. I was worried about a different hole.
Just
but-
back off the mic.
Yeah, just
do
back it off
this.
the mic.
All I got is
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
And if you go to a
That's
beer
fine.
festival, like the beer farts, it's like the whole upper atmosphere of that place, or I guess it's all around people's ankles because it sinks his head.
hold on.
Well,
See, and I'm dainty.
eventually
I
it
never
rises.
BRB.
Where you going?
See, now Kennedy has to go to the bathroom. That's probably the
I
biggest.
broke the seal.
He can't.
That's
That's
it.
that's his problem.
You can't even make it an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a going problem. It's a growing problem.
That's Are we saying this, Kennedy? Let's say Prostate Awareness Month. I think that's May.
Around there. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds right.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do? I don't know. He needs
Okay.
to go, he needs to go get checked.
Yeah, he does.
Jules, if you could just.
I know.
Help-
I'm on to him about it.
help a brother
He's at that 50,000 mile mark where it's like, you got to take your car in and get all that, like the complete overhaul.
He needs to get the whole undercarriage checked.
But he's about like 5,000 miles past. And
Yeah.
it's,
His tires are a bit worn.
Yeah.
We're due.
Yeah, his alignment's off. That's why.
But you're new to craft beer. So what's your favorite that you like so far? What are you finding?
We have a World of Beer. I live in Katy. We have a World of Beer out in Katy. I know the Cy-Fair, Cypress area has one as well.
Yep.
I've just kind of started to go there and really branch out. I'm not a big IPA person.
Okay.
So I'm trying to kind of force myself to like them because they are popular.
Wow.
The one we had to start out, which was this Dogfish Head light IPA, slightly mighty, was actually really good. This is more my style.
That's more my style. I'm not an IPA fan either.
I like
Yeah.
a full flavored kind of a heartier
The
beer.
malties.
And I've never had either of these beers. I've had other St. Arnold's before, but this Texas Leaguer Knucklebock,
It's the shit.
it's
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah.
So, but you're good with trying anything, right? Like, because that's the
In
biggest
any
thing
area
Kennedy
of life,
taught
I
me.
careful.
try everything
Yeah,
else.
exactly.
Clip that off.
Really?
to my
really?
to my
We-
good and my detriment.
You're gonna regret.
Y'all
saying
heard it
that.
here. He's willing to try anything.
Once.
All right, I'm glad this is my last show because you kind of have a boycott.
It's about to. We're gonna need a parental advisory to watch this show.
But that's the key, though, I think, and that's what Kennedy taught me when I first started. I said I didn't like beer at all, really, except for Guinness, and
She's
so
like, I'm a wine drinker.
yeah, and he was like,
a
you just
vegetarian.
well, yeah, which I was, but then damn Texas.
It's wonderful.
It's too hard. But no, and then so he said, well, you just haven't found the right beers yet. And I was like, okay, fair enough. So that's we get some flights, which we don't normally do, but that's the best way when
To
you don't
sample.
know, because you can just,
I was pulling out all the stops on our first day.
Yeah, it was too. It was.
And I'm a whiskey individual. I do enjoy my whiskeys.
See?
But I don't have anything against beer in general. It's just I don't know. I've always enjoyed the whiskey
So
scene.
see, I think you'll like the German styles that I like. This kind of. We need to take him to.
Klaus.
Shoot, I just our new favorite one, New Magnolia.
Oh, New Magnolia.
Yeah,
Yes.
New Magnolia. And I find that the more traditional styles,
Mm-hmm.
outside of like regular just IPAs, but more like German and traditionals and stuff, they're all kind of different.
I grew up in a whiskey family. My great grandfather has his own recipe, or had his own recipe, and it's been handed down in the family. We haven't actually put together any distillery for it, a home distillery for it, but it's a goal for the family, for the brothers and I to do that. But growing up in a whiskey family,
I've got a place.
There's one in-
you've told me about it. Yeah,
There's a place in
where
Katy.
You can work on
Farm Boy.
making your
Farm
still.
Boy?
Huh?
Wait, what?
Farm Boy?
Farm Boy Brew Shop in Katy.
Okay.
Can help you with.
But
you know.
coming from a whiskey family, I never really had an influence when it came to beer. So I'm hoping you two will be good influences.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of whiskey inspired beers And there's even beer-inspired whiskeys now. They're taking bourbon barrels and aging beer in it, then taking the beer out and then putting bourbon back into it, and all kinds of stuff. So it's wide open. And we've got some great distilleries here in Houston and across Texas. But
they actually have a really good whiskey festival here in Houston as well, once a year.
Out there in Katy, is it what's the right there by No Label, MTK or somebody help me out. MTK, is that the name of the? There's a
Are you talking about the market area? That's
yes.
out there? Yes. Yeah.
MKT or MTK?
MKT.
MKT. So there's a distillery right across from No Label, and then over in 249 1960ish area, Whitmeyer's. Travis Whitmire, they've got some great stuff over there. It's there. I mean, there's a lot around here, and those are just two, but
that's why I'm saying I'm open to try anything once, and I'm hoping y'all are good influences in that area.
Yeah,
I'd like to do a spirit show.
Special invitation.
Yeah.
So Jeffrey, our resident mad scientist, oldest fan, not in age, but he's been with us since day one. He wants your whiskey recipe,
and we have a home brew club.
I can't. I not only would I lose the right to be a Lafleur, which is my last name, I would most likely lose my life. It is a family recipe that my grandfather brewed during my great grandfather brewed during the Prohibition. They were a couple of French Canadians that came across the border illegally and made their claim in America as distributors for local families.
Bootleggers.
Yeah,
cool.
They were bootleggers.
Awesome.
So
it's like statute of limitations is run out, right?
At this point, he's long gone.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
You'll never prove a thing. You'll never prove a thing.
My dad tells the story that when he was a child, going over to his house, his grandfather would cut his hair, and he would get to sample as a 5 or 6 year old the 100% not yet processed alcohol.
Like 200 proof alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just.
I hope it was like a thimble size.
My dad recalls it just tearing his throat.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Right.
I
hold on
went
to.
blind one time when I was 6.
Jeffrey.
It's fine now.
So so are you interested in possibly homebrewing, or do you want to come to the homebrew? We have a meeting this Friday.
My brother and my sister dabbled in it for I don't know, probably 2 years before they had kids, and they enjoyed it a lot. They made a pumpkin beer that was my favorite of theirs. But
So this tomorrow,
it's
there's
tomorrow.
one homebrew club
Well, don't be a fan while I start this music.
called
it's fine.
Rogue Brewers,
It's our club.
our club. We have a meeting tomorrow.
We're part of.
Yeah.
If you're at least a bit interested, you are more than welcome.
Yeah, they would love
to
for you.
come.
They said that we could totally find a beer that you love. Everybody brews something
And
different. It's a great opening.
Here's the thing to remember: is that Rogue Brewers are awesome. Geographically speaking, though, and it's okay to be a member of more than one club. I know people do it. That might be the secret of people don't talk about. I know what's going on, homebrewer club members. People are a member of multiple clubs. Out in Katy, you got the CIA, the Cane Island Ailers, out that way.
So I live right next to Cane Island. So.
There you go.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
they got some rowdy dudes out there too, and it's healthy competition and fun and all good people. But so it's
Yeah.
Katie's got the hookup as well, and so
Yeah. Let's see, the Rogues welcoming to all.
As a matter of fact, our Rogue Brewers, we have a West Coast IPA contest for the next month's meeting. I am brewing tomorrow, and I'm gonna smoke everybody.
you're gonna have it. It's a smoked beer, smoked IPA.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Meaning
Smoked West Coast
I
IPA. That's
will
so you heard
have-
it here, folks.
I'm
West Coast
finally
Smoked
gonna win
IPA.
that competition.
Yeah. What are you gonna do if you don't?
What am I gonna do if
You
I
gonna
don't?
shave your head?
You know, life goes on. No,
No, come on. You
Shave
should
my head.
put your
It's
Put your
only
money
beer.
where your mouth
Yeah.
is.
It's only beer. It's only beer.
Is
We're
it?
trying, Tammy,
wanna
and I'm
see
trying,
a
Jeffrey.
military buzzed Kennedy.
I think we had that a couple years
Oh,
ago.
I'll show you old footage where I was military buzzed.
Jeffrey threw it. No.
He doesn't mean like drink a bunch of beer with his military
Jeffrey says
buddies.
you're going to lose, Kennedy.
Yeah.
Jeffrey,
And
I
everybody
know,
would love to have you come to the Rogue Brewers
Jeffrey
meeting.
That would be wonderful.
doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, he does.
Actually, I was gonna say
I was like, wait, what?
nobody believes you when you say he doesn't. He
Can't
absolutely
start a
knows what's going
sentence
on.
like that.
Yeah. Jeffrey doesn't. And then after that, it's like, yeah, he can pretty much do most any. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's-
pretty much anything.
He's got a handle on most of the stuff. Yeah, that's pretty
If
much
I
it.
lose to Jeffrey, and I'm not saying I'm going to, I'd be okay with that.
I'm glad.
But I'm not going to
Okay.
because I feel this is my contest.
He put $10 against you.
$10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. All right, I'll say it right now. Yes.
Jeffrey just became $10 richer.
$10. My beer against yours, Jeffrey.
Blind taste test.
It's on.
Who's judging?
It's on.
The whole Rogue Brewers. We could have a separate, just individual. Those two blind taste test. Everybody
blind
votes.
taste test.
Okay.
We're pretty fair there.
Right.
Yeah. They're awesome there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. See, it's all good.
I will say this.
Jose says he's got $20 not on Kennedy.
Wait, I think Philip's with you. Philip's on your side,
right,
Kennedy.
Philip.
I think, if I'm
set
reading
up
that
a Venmo
right.
account
I hope
to
so.
take-
Somebody be on Kennedy's side.
Again,
right,
medical.
Philip,
Hold
yeah.
on.
Phil's
Just
going
hold
for
on,
sure.
hold on, Kennedy. I gotta say this before
Yay,
the song's over. That all of this is just for entertainment purposes only. Gambling in the state of Texas is not legal, and medical advice was all
That's
for
right,
entertainment
yeah,
purposes.
And the FDA does
We got to
that.
wrap the show, y'all. We got 15 seconds left. Thanks to Marin and the whole crew out
Yeah,
at
I'll
Urban
see y'all
South. See
Saturday.
y'all this
Whoever's
weekend.
going, text me. Let me know.
And Kenny,
meet
good
you
job
there.
on the chug and all that.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah,
Yep.
Jules. Woo, bye. And then that's just where we.
Yeah.
We're live on the audio. Are we still streaming?
Yeah, we're still
Oh,
streaming.
we'll turn that thing on.
All right,
Bye.
seriously, if anybody's out there who wants
All
to
right,
go
hold
on
on.
Saturday, message me and I'll meet you up there.
All right.
Do that.
Message Jules.
Yep.
Bye.